I'm going to wait until Aribeth talks talking nonsense. Yeah, I read some last night. Apparently, Body Knock is absolutely useless. He's actually got stuff that he's meant to do that he doesn't do as well. So it's worth swapping him. But also, apparently, the the stuff in game about sticking to the same follower or henchman is nonsense as well. Natural armor +2. I don't think natural armor works with. It only works with people who don't have other armor, as far as I know. What's this? Will +1. Um, Torrens ring. I thought his brother would have taken that. Anyway, uh, yeah. So also each of the companions has a quest, so I should be talking to them as I level up, because then you get each of their different quests. Hey, Darkside. I get a song. What from
Is
Body
there
Knock?
something you
Oh,
need?
Tommy's the best one. I don't know. Apparently the Uthgert Barbarian's quite good as well. I just want to talk a while. I just want to talk a while. I'm a staunch proponent of the free exchange of ideas, Tam. What is it you wish to know? If you're going to be my henchman, I'd like to know more about you. Yeah, sorry. If you speak to each of them, then you get a quest, so it's well worth um, it's well worth doing for the extra XP. Your request is completely logical, Tam. I'll be happy to answer your inquiries. However, as you might expect, I have some questions of my own. Why are you here, Tam? What events are underlying basis of your service to Aribeth in the city of Neverwinter? I have seen too much death and suffering from the plague to stand idly by. Compassion is an admirable trait, Tam, though I must confess my own motivations when I came here were quite different. When I heard about the plague, I was flushed with the thrill of scientific discovery, though I thought if I applied the principles of observation and experimentation, I could discover a cure for the plague. It was only after I arrived that I realized how wrong my preconceived notions were. I suppose the need to learn this lesson was one of the reasons my mentor insisted upon sending me out from Lantan. I'm a sorcerer. I have the ability to unleash powerful and dangerous forces. I would have been foolish to undertake this career path without seeking the guidance of one more experienced than I. However, sorcerers and wizards are not common in Lantan. We prefer to find scientific solution to problems whenever possible, rather than relying on magic. At last I managed to locate another who could train me in the arcane arts, a human sorcerer named Profio, who lived in a secluded tower on the far side of the island. And he took you in? I admit that when I first arrived at Proprio's tower, I did not receive a warm welcome, or rather, to be more accurate, I should say I received an overly warm welcome. Just as I reached Proprio's tower, a large lizard popped out from behind a nearby bush. It was somewhat alarming, however, when the creature opened its jaws, it belched forth a jet of flame. I became absolutely terrified. I fled back the way I had come, the fire drake's blasts of flame licking at my heels the entire way. As soon as I passed beyond the boundaries of Propio's lands, the creature turned and disappeared back into the bushes. What did you do then? Once I had regained my wits, I realized the fire drake served a dual purpose. It was the guardian for Propio's estate, but it had also provided a challenge for any who would-be apprentices who might wish to approach him. If I could find a way to best the creature, it was certain that Propio would see my potential and accept me as his apprentice. The problem was how to get past the creature when my magic was barely capable of igniting a candle. I had to rely on my mind to solve the problem, so I began to analyze the facts as I knew them, and I realized the creature was nothing more than an illusion. An illusion? How did you figure that out? I simply looked at the evidence. Fire drakes are not indigenous to my island, and the climate is hardly suitable for one to survive. Plus, I had noticed no burnt patches of grass or scorched bushes on the ground, and the flames I felt licking at my heels had done no damage to my shoes and clothing. Armed with undeniable proof of the illusion, I marched up to the tower once again. When the lizard appeared, I simply ignored it. Oh, excuse me. It charged straight at me, fire and smoke spewing from its jaws. But I held my ground and a split second before the beast bowled over me. It disappeared in a shower of light. The door to the tower swung open. I stepped in to see the old man in robes. He smiled at me and said, "Well done, Bodinock Glinkle. You've proven yourself worthy of being my student. I am Profio." Uh, what was it like as his apprentice? I'm sorry, Tam, but is this the most reasonable time to discuss this, is it? This isn't the most reasonable time to discuss this, is it? After all, Neverwinter is in great peril. Ask me about this again later, Tam, and I will happily continue my tale. But for now, we should focus on your mission for Lady Aribeth. Apparently, it's every time you level up, you can get their next mission. So you should go around each of them every time you level up for 3 levels in a row. Let's switch mode. Switch movement mode. So I'll go to the Trade of Blades and get the next... I'll actually hire the other ones. Tommy seems like a good idea anyway, just for locks. Because there's the amount of loot that I must have left lying around because I couldn't get into the chests because I'm not strong enough to bash them open.
I see you have returned. What brings you back to the Trade of Blades?
I'm looking for a good mercenary to help me on my mission. I am no stranger to battle or bloodshed, but I'm a warrior with honor. I will not undertake a sinister mission. Had I desired such work, I could have found employment back at the docks. I work for Lady Aribeth. I've been instructed to find several missing creatures that are ingredients for the plague cure. Oh, it's not really a secret anymore. Let's just tell them the full mission. Aribeth's reputation is well known throughout the city, so I have no fear your mission will bring dishonor to me. I will work for you, if we can agree on a fair price for my services. I'm not one to boast of my own abilities, yet the skill and ferocity of the Uthgard tribes are well known throughout the north. I doubt you'll find any other axeman for hire who is my equal. So, you have... What am I talking about? You have a noble and honourable bearing, so I'll reduce my normal fee. Only 150 gold pieces and I am your willing servant. That seems a little expensive, I'll give you 100. Perhaps we could split the difference and settle on 125. Seems fair. You will not regret this, my lord. My skills are yours to command. Continue. I will follow you and perform to the best of my abilities, according to the orders you have given me. Anytime you wish to issue new orders, you have only to speak to me again. End dialogue. I assume that Bodinock just stays there, I think.
Yes? Is there something you need?
I just want to talk a while. My strength is in weapons, not words, Tam. If you're going to be my henchman, I'd like to know more about you. I would ask Tam that before I tell you about myself, tell me something of yourself. Among my people it's said that knowing our companions, we come to know ourselves. I thought you didn't want to talk. I admit that I fight only for gold, but I know nothing of your motivations. Why do you serve Neverwinter during these darkest of times? I've seen too much death and suffering from the plague to stand idly by. You're an honourable man, Tam. I too seek honour here in Neverwinter, though of a different sort. I came to this city to make a name for myself, Tam, to forge a legend that even the tribe of my mother would hear. Instead, I found myself guarding crates and barrels against common thugs. Yet, even in the sordid world of the docks, my reputation spread. Several captains asked me to join their crews. Perhaps if the plague had not come, the name Dalen Red Tiger would have become a legend on the high seas. Don't worry, Dalen. Stick with me, and the bards will sing your praises. Perhaps it is for the best. Had I joined a ship's crew, it's unlikely that Uthgard would have ever heard of my accomplishments. My place is here in the north. This is the land of my birth. Then this is where I must fulfill my destiny. I will bring honor to my mother's name by fleeing on a ship. Only if I stay can I hope to redeem the shame of my father's blood and end my exile. Exile? Shame of your father's blood? What are you talking about? Please forgive me, Tam. I became lost in the moment. The drums of glory momentarily distracted me from the task at hand. It will not happen again. No, Dalen, tell me. What were you talking about? I want to hear it. Please, Tam, the things I said before. The words were... This is not the time to speak of such things. Perhaps later I will speak of more of this, but not now. Okay, let's go speak to... What's her face? Sharwin.
Come back, have you? What do you require now?
I'm looking for someone to help in my mission. So I understand. Might you be able to illuminate me as to the nature of this mission of yours? I work for Lady Aribeth. I've been instructed to find several missing creatures that might be used to find a plague cure. Aribeth is Lord Nash's servant, so your mission is bound to be exciting. Yes. I think I'd rather like to join you, if the price is right. My skills don't come cheaply, however. I'll follow you gladly, and to the best of my ability, my lord, provided the price is met. What shall the price be? Well, you seem like a fair enough man, a worthy companion. 150 gold, and I'm yours. That seems a little expensive. I'll give you 100. Oh, let's split the difference at 125 then. 125, deal. Fair enough. My lord, I'm at your disposal. I will follow you as you require. If you want me to do something different, do let me know. Shall we get a move on then? We shall.
Yes?
But we
Is
will.
there something you need?
I just want to talk a while. Talk? Talk about what, Tam? I'd like to know more about you. You'd like to know more about me, would you? All right, Tam. I'm game for a little chit-chat. I want to ask you something first, however. Why are you on this mission of yours? Why work for Aribeth at all? Did she bat her pretty elven eyelashes at you, or is there some other force at work here I'm unaware of? I cannot stand idly by while people suffer and die. I suppose that's a fair motivation. I feel the same. To tell the truth, although I desire more out of this than just mere success. I desire fame above all else. I want to walk the path others haven't, to make my own legend rather than recount others. I want to be thrilled and awed by my life when I look back on it to regret nothing. This may seem shallow to you. I have my reasons, however, and I ask no one's approval. Why do you think then, Tam? Do you have a chance at those things travelling with you? Absolutely, Sharwin. Stick with me and you'll be famous. Promises, promises. I'll admit there's something about your future that holds great possibility, however. We'll see where it leads. Far better to make the attempt, I think. Far better even to perform great deeds and make unknown that. Far better even to perform great deeds and remain unknown than not to even try at all. I know where the normal path leads, believe me. The path of the expected, the path that everyone else wants you to lead. Down that path lies oblivion. Oblivion? What are you talking about? Death, Tam, or as good as it anyway. There are many ways to die that don't leave a corpse. If you wish, I'll tell you my tale sometime, about my family and how I became what I am today. You'll probably be bored to tears, as I'm certainly not the stuff of legends yet, but it's up to you. Tell me now. No, I'm just not in the mood to tell that tale just yet. Of legends and fairy tales, certainly, but I only tell stories about myself when I'm ready. I'm sure there's plenty to keep us busy, correct? Lead on, Tam. God, they're all such teases with their stories. So I've got 4 more to go. Oh, this guy's voice is going to kill me. I'm doing Grimmaw last.
Welcome back to the Trade of Blades, dear. What brings you here this time?
I'm looking for a good healer to help on my mission. I want to trust you and I need work, but I really don't care to be involved with any shady deals. Perhaps you could tell me more about your mission. I work for Lady Aribeth. I must find several missing creatures that might be used to find a plague cure. Aribeth has worked hard to combat this plague, so I am sure I can trust her instincts in this matter. I would love to work for you. We can agree upon a fair price if we can agree upon a fair price for my services. My goal in life is to get through with a minimum of pain, but sometimes one has to aim for simple survival. To achieve that, you will need an experienced healer. I promise to do my best to keep you in excellent health. You have a pleasant and trustworthy demeanour, so I will reduce my normal fee. Only 150 gold pieces, and you will gain the talents of one who can heal and fight. That seems a little expensive. I'll give you 100. Success. You seem to be an agreeable man to work for. 100 it is, and all my skills are yours to command. Oh, wow, you're a bargain. I will follow you and perform the best of my abilities, according to the orders you have given me. Anytime you wish to issue new orders, you have only to speak to me again. Oh, wait. She didn't actually come.
Hey there, dear. What can I do for you?
I just want to talk for a while. I love chatting with you, but don't you think we should focus on your mission right now? If we're going to be working together, I'd like to know more about you. I guess that is understandable. I've been away from my home and friends for a long time now. I would like to get to know you. I would like to get to know you too. All right, Tam. What questions do you have for me? Oh wait, sorry. No, that's her. Oh, all right, Tam. What questions do you have for me? Why did you leave your homeland? You don't start with the easy questions, do you? This is a bit of a difficult question to answer, but I will do my best. I had worked in the Temple of the Full Moon in Everesca for about 6 years before I left my home. I loved the peacefulness of the temple. But even there, accidents and tricks of fate made my life difficult. I wasn't unusually any. It wasn't unusual. It wasn't usually anything big. Just me in the wrong place at the wrong time. I don't know why, but I just didn't have any luck. Well, bad things happen to all of us one time or another. It's not just bad luck, though. Sometimes I can be a little gullible. That's what got me into trouble and sent away from Everesca. I was collecting tithes one day when a heavily cloaked figure came begging at the temple. He looked like a starving child, so I took him into the inner sanctum to get him some food, and when I came back, he was gone. There was something else missing from something very precious to the church. What did the thief steal? Please forgive me, Tam. I can talk no more about this. We don't know each other well, and I can't share most of my embarrassing moment with a stranger. No, Lino, I want to hear what you had to say. Please, Tam, I should not have said so much. We'll talk more about this later, but not now. Okay. Grimnaw. Here at Grimnaw. Grimnaw. Here I come.
You are back. The blood from those slaughtered at the Academy may be washed away, but I still recognize the mark of death upon you.
I'm looking for a good mercenary to help me on my mission. The monks of the Long Death rarely join with an outsider, those outside our order, but I sense the mark of my master is upon you. God, I can't read today. I keep on making mistakes. A storm of blood swirls around you. Anguish and death you will follow in your wake, just as it did at the Academy. Yet there are many whom death will follow in the city, many who are willing to pay for my services. My fee to join your cause is 150 gold pieces. How about 100 and the promise of lots and lots of killing? I foresee a future of brutal savage slaughter at your side. Tam, very well. I will join you for 100. My hands will deal death to your enemies, and all my skills are yours to command. Whenever you wish me to change my tactics, you have only to speak to me. Let's speak to him about
something you need?
I just want to talk for a while. Conversation is one way to pass the time until the Silent Lord comes to claim us. But what do you wish to speak about? If you're going to be my henchman, I'd like to know more about you. I would ask Tam, you tell me about yourself first. I'm eager to know what type of man I've allied myself with. Why do you serve this plague-ravaged city? What possesses you to venture out into the streets amidst the bloated, swollen corpses and the burning funeral pyres? I've seen too much on death and suffering from the plague to stand idly by. What the plague brings upon the people of the city cannot truly be called death. There is no final release for the victims of this illness into the waiting grasp of the Silent Lord. True death, the ultimate end of existence, is one perfect absolute in a flawed world of uncertainty. The Order of the Long Death understands this. Tell me more about the Order of the Long Death, Grimnaw. We bring pain, torment, anguish to the denizens of this world, to prepare them for the release of death. We spread devastation. We seek to tear down, to obliterate, and to destroy. Excuse me. The monks of my order bow down to death, Tam. We may swear allegiance to another, but only as it serves the will of the Silent Lord. So the Silent Lord is the god of your order, the god your order worships. My order does not bow before any god. We worship death itself, in all its incarnation. Gods are transient. Even gods may die. Baal, Bane, Sirik. But death itself is always present. The Silent Lord is the name we give to the concept, the very essence of death. We all serve death in one way or another, Tam. It's only after I left Mithril Hall to join the Order that I truly came to understand this. Mithril Hall? Is that where you came from originally? I spent several years at Mithril Hall in the service of Brunor Battlehammer before I joined the Order of the Long Death. But there was no place for me among the clans of Mithril Hall. I was shunned and reviled by my own kind. Shunned? What do you mean? This is not the time to speak of this, Tam. Let us return to our mission. The Silent Lord's hunger will not be sated by mere words. Excellent. Right, now let's get Tommy under gallows and we can be off to the docks. If we can get out of this... If we can get out of this room. I'm stuck. Can I dismount? Special abilities, mount actions, party dismount is what I wanted. Special abilities, paladin, mount actions, individual dismount. There we go, let's see if I can squeeze past now.
I hoped that you would return, so I waited here. I've hardly
Yes, you can come with me. If you get out of my way. There we go. That makes life easier. I don't know what happened to my... Yeah, my mount actually disappeared for some reason there. Surely it should hang around, even though... Because it hangs around to fight. Right, I'm taking your advice, Dorkside. Let's get Tommy. Even though he's a filthy criminal.
So, you've come back? Looking for a short ladder to tickle your feet? Or did you change your mind about needing a rogue at your side?
It's a bit personal. I don't want you to tickle my feet, thank you very much. I'm looking for a good rogue to help me in my mission. Oh, a mission, is it? My pinky little toes are quivering with curiosity. Or is it that my danger sense? That would go a long way towards explaining my recklessness. Oh well, what kind of mission are you on? I work for Lady Aribeth. My mission is confidential. Ah, well that makes you some kind of secret agent for the lovely elven lass. Must be exciting. I'll be glad to help out for the right price. So let's negotiate a bit, shall we? I can place my superior skills of theft, lockpicking and swordplay at your disposal for any task you choose, providing you can provide me with a nice payment now. I rather doubt you find anyone else of my skill available, my lord. You seem like the fine sort of man. However, so let me say 150 gold pieces. That seems a little expensive. I'll give you 100. How about we split the difference? 125. Okay, fair enough. Good. I smell adventure at hand. Or I need to wash my socks. One of the two. I'll tag along with you, my lord, as best as I know how, unless you tell me otherwise. I don't, if you don't want me to do something different, just give me a shout, aye? Is he coming? He doesn't seem to be following me. There he is.
Eh? What can Tommy do for you?
I just need to talk. Oh, what do you have in mind, my lord? I'd like to know a little more about you. Oh, it's a bit strange you have to ask me that, my lord. Most people think they know Tommy Undergallows well enough through his reputation. In Kellenport, tales of my deeds were daily fodder for old men in taverns. I do not speak of the heroic acts, however. I'm a halfling of the underworld, you remember. What sort of deeds are you talking about, then? Oh, nothing so sordid and evil as you might guess. I had fame and fortune aplenty more than once, and lost it just as often. My most famous exploit, in fact, is one of the reasons I chose to come to Neverwinter when I fled from Calimshan. You see, I'd spent a larger part of my years in Kellenport in the employ of a powerful Medusa. She was a great power in the city's underworld, and that was no small feat for anyone statue making gaze or no. But Medusa, are you serious? Quite serious. She had a fine head for business, and was as ruthless as any cold-hearted chick. Not as good with the face-to-face negotiations, though, if you take my meaning. I was in employ to run errands, burglaries, message deliveries, walking a cat, assassinations, that sort of thing. I did my job well, too, and was well known for it. The job made me famous, however. The job that made me famous, however, was the last one she gave me. It was to infiltrate the house of a famous vizier, Sabalan Veyed, and kill him. You were an assassin. That's horrible. If it's any consolation, my lord, I doubt I killed anyone who didn't deserve it. In Kellenport, you do what you can to survive. We've business to undertake, I suppose. Perhaps I'd best tell you the rest of the story another time. What did you say to that, my lord? I'd like to hear the rest now. Wow, you're more impatient than a drunk camel driver in a line in the salt market, aren't you? Ask me anything. Ask me another time, and I'll tell you everything. End dialogue. Cool. That's good. That's the end of the first part of the followers missions. So I'll stop and then go to the docks.